Hello, everyone. My name is Ronald Banks, my partner,
My name is Valdemar Beltran.
and today we are going to go over the paleo diet pros versus cons. Let's go.
Okay, today in our presentation, we'll be explaining a little bit about what the paleo diet actually is. We'll be explaining where the paleo diet actually originated from, because technically speaking, it is a modern diet, but it is also an old diet, and we'll be explaining that in our presentation. And after explaining that, we'll be getting into some of the pioneers of the paleo diet. But for the sake of our presentation, we'll be only covering two of the pioneers of the paleo diet. And after that, we'll be comparing the pros and the cons of the diet, and then showing you guys our conclusion about whether we believe the paleo diet is good or if it's bad. And to wrap up our presentation, we'll be showing you guys our references to show you guys where we got our information.
Let's do this. What is the paleo diet? The diet comes from the word paleo, meaning old or ancient, in relation to the geographical past. In the paleo diet, you eat accordance to what those people eat in the past were able to find by hunting and collecting, the whole hunter-gatherer legend. These foods consist of fish, fruit, vegetables, thin meats, eggs, nuts, and seeds. This also includes dairy, the diet cuts dairy, processed foods, grains, and cereals, so no fiber.
Okay, in this slide, we'll be covering the origins of the paleo diet. So, as I mentioned, beginning our slide, it's right here. So, technically speaking, the paleo diet originated about 2.5 million years ago during the Stone Age, or also known as the Paleolithic era. That's where we get the word paleo. During this time, the human population evolved as adaptations involved a larger brain and smaller stomachs. As the increase of the human brain caused the human body to now require a higher caloric intake and a higher nutrient diet. During this era, people developed tools that helped them better cook foods, which allowed for better digestion, allowing for them to extract more nutrients from their foods.
The pioneers of the modern paleo diet, Walter L. Bulletin. Not great at names, so I'm going to butcher a lot of these. Sorry, everyone. He was a gastrologist and published the book that began the modern paleo diet, the Stone Age diet. Sounds interesting. In this book, he argued that humans were naturally made to eat and low carbs and a meat heavy diet. He believed that newer diseases originated from humans eating now a more processed rather than natural diet, with an emphasis on heavy animal based diet. Yes.
Okay. And the other pioneer I talked about is Dr. Boyd Eden, a radiologist. His published name Paleolithic Nutrition helps him often be regarded as the main father of the paleo diet. His belief is that modern diseases came from a mismatch of our genes and the modern diet, arguing that human evolution was adapted to the Stone Age era. So we should consume as they once did. So we should consume foods that were only like eaten during the Paleolithic era.
Very savagery. Now we're gonna get into pros of the paleo diet. Let's go. Uh, Pros. The paleo diet helps improve insulin levels and it promotes healthy glucose levels. In a study done in 2009, it was found that individuals who had type 2 diabetes benefited from switching from a diabetic diet to a paleo diet. In this study, those in the paleo diets ate high intakes of fish, meat, eggs, and nuts. Those eating in the diabetic diet, a higher vegetable-based diet, and more grains.
Okay, in the study, after a 3 month period, we found that those who participated in the paleo diet ended up with lower blood sugar levels, they lost more weight, their blood pressure decreased, and their good cholesterol levels increased. The hi- Also note this, the higher protein intake in the paleo diet also had additional benefits, specifically lowering the risk of a metabolic disease.
W. A few more pros of the paleo diet. The nutrition in the paleo diet helps you feel full longer, so you don't need continuously to eat. The high protein found in the paleo diet reduces your hunger and boosts your satiety. Big word. When eating a paleo diet based diet, you are eating more fruits and proteins, which slows digestion and reduces appetite, aiding in weight loss. That's a big ups for you ladies. Uh, my partner.
Okay. And more pros of the paleo diet is that the paleo diet is linked to a longer life expectancy. This is based on research that we conducted. Well, we didn't conduct, but we found it. We
Go.
found that if you participate in the paleo diet, you have a 23% lower risk of death for any reason and 28% chance of dying of a death caused by cancer. It also reduces the death related to any cardiovascular disease. Overall, the diet encourages a healthier lifestyle.
Sorry about that. Let's keep moving. Now we're going to get into the cons of the paleo diet. One con was the portions of the diet. With how costly it was, it makes it harder to maintain a full diet. The second con was that it completely got rid of food not in the diet, causing a lack of nutrition and vitamins needed for the body. Third con was skipping out on a lot of dairy options, creating a risk for low bone and tooth density without the recommended calcium consumption. The fourth con was that it completely removed grains, causing low fiber, which in turns lead to restricted gut health. Not good for the tongue.
Okay. After a 3 month period, the results show that energy levels may increase, but that also comes with the negative downside with fatigue and mood swings as your body needs to adjust to the lack of nutrients and vitamins. Another result also leads to many nutrient deficiencies in the body without calcium or fiber, causing a weakness in the immune system. A third con shows that the digestive tract is in danger because as the body's trying to adapt to the new diet, it causes bloating and constipation.
Not good. Not good at all. A couple more cons. A fifth con is the high red meat trade-off with the paleo diet, which can give you a toxic chemical release, which in turn leads to inflammation in the body and many other medical conditions like heart disease, a fatty liver, reduced kidney functions, etc. It's dangerous. Sixth con, that it's not really an athletic diet, more of a weight loss. So you're not really gonna get a nutritious balanced takeoff, nor muscles. Not that much muscles anyway. Last con results in a bad breath due to the rich red meat. So a lot of brushing your teeth to strive off that. Not good.
Okay, now that we've covered our comparisons between the pros and the cons, here's our conclusion. We have concluded that overall, the paleo diet is a good diet. This does not mean that there is not any downsides to it because we just covered the cons of the diet. But technically speaking, every single diet does have its costs. The paleo diet is a good option when trying to lose weight. It helps stabilize and regulate your insulin levels. It lowers blood sugar and it aids in increasing the good cholesterol levels. So overall, the paleo diet is a good diet.
It just a lot of trade-offs. You want grains, you want more grains, but you do get a lot of meat. If you're a carnivore, big ups for you.
You get a lot of organic foods.
Yep. Now, this is our works cited page to show proof that we did not make up uh, everything that we just said. Uh, and if you want to go read it for yourself, we've also added the links. Some of them are clicks, others you just have to search and put it into the bar. Is there anything you want to go off, partner? You good?
So pretty much, I'm just gonna say that the paleo diet's more of an organic diet. So like, it's gonna cut off, let's say McDonald's, it's ultra processed foods. You're gonna have to cut that off, and I know some people that are not gonna willing to participate in that. But it is a healthy diet. You're gonna eat your nutrition. You're gonna get a good amount of nutrients from protein because you're gonna eat organic foods and your red meats.
So that's it for us. I want to say thank you all for listening and go out there and try out paleo diet. Want there is a lot of restrictions, but that's free will for you, baby.
Thank you.
Everyone have a nice day.